A teenage girl's three-word response literally altered the trajectory of humanity. And it wasn't what you'd expect. We live in a world obsessed with self-promotion, personal branding, and fighting for our rights. But 2,000 years ago, a young woman demonstrated a quality so rare, so powerful, that it became the hinge point of human history. And it's the exact opposite of everything our culture tells us to pursue. Picture this. You're a teenage girl in first-century Palestine. You've got your whole life planned out, marriage to a good man, a quiet life, maybe some children. Your biggest worry is probably what to cook for dinner. Then an angel appears and tells you that you're about to become pregnant with the Son of God. Not only that, but this pregnancy will make you a social outcast, could cost your marriage, and in that culture might literally get you killed. Most of us would have 1,000 questions. Why me? Can't you find someone else? What about my plans? What will people think? But Mary's response? Let it be done unto me according to your word. Here's what's incredible about Mary's humility. It wasn't weakness. It was the strongest possible response she could have given. Think about it. Humility isn't about thinking you're worthless. It's about having such a clear understanding of your place in the bigger picture. Mary could have said no. She had free will. But she recognized something we struggle with today, that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is trust that God has a plan you can't comprehend. This wasn't blind submission. This was conscious choice. She was saying, I trust that what's happening here is more important than my comfort, my reputation, or even my safety. Why does this matter? In our age of self-empowerment and personal achievement, Mary's humility seems almost foreign. We're taught to be the main character of our own story, to prioritize our goals, to never let anyone else dictate our path. But here's what Mary understood that we've forgotten. Greatness comes through surrender to God. Her humility didn't diminish her. It allowed her to become the most honored woman in human history. Not because she fought for recognition, but because she was willing to be used for something magnificent. This is the paradox of humility. When you stop trying to be the center of your universe, you often find yourself at the center of something far more beautiful than anything you could have planned. Mary's yes teaches us something profound about trust. She couldn't see the full picture. She didn't know about the manger, the wise men, the miracles, or the resurrection. She just knew that God was asking something of her, and she trusted that His plan was worth her sacrifice. This is what real faith looks like. Not having all the answers, but trusting the one who does. In a world where we want to control every outcome, Mary shows us the freedom that comes from letting go. Not letting go of responsibility, but letting go of the illusion that we're in control of everything. Her humility created space for the miraculous. When we're so busy promoting ourselves and protecting our plans, we might miss the extraordinary things God wants to do through us. Mary's story isn't just ancient history. It's an invitation to consider there's something bigger we could be part of if we had the courage to obey God no matter what. This doesn't mean being passive or accepting abuse. Mary was strong, brave, and active throughout Jesus' life. True humility empowers us to serve with confidence because we know who we are and whose we are. The question is, what is God asking of you that requires the same kind of trust Mary showed? What beautiful thing might you be missing because you're too busy protecting your own agenda? Mary's humility changed the world because she said yes to something bigger than herself. Hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on living with purpose and faith.